We're still here at the Vic Firth Booth at the NAMM Show 2016. I'm Dan Schinner with Jason Gianni. So cool to see you again. How are you?
Great to see you, and I'm very, very happy to be here. Just always good to hang out with you, man.
You too. I appreciate it. What do you have going on?
This year, I'm actually working on my first solo record, and I have a lot of really good guys working on it. I'm involved with a lot of the progressive rock guys from the Neil Morris Band and the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and I got some guys playing on that, and it's going to be, it's a bucket list thing for me. I've really waited my whole life to do something like this, so very excited. Yeah.
Who's, like, what's the style? What can you tell us about?
The first part of the record is going to be instrumental, and it's going to be very based around a lot of the concepts that I've come up with, polyrhythms and polymeters and all this different type of stuff. And then at the end of the record, there's actually a 20-minute piece that's sort of like a large opus, we'll call it. And it's like a completed piece with vocals and the whole thing. So it's going to be a little bit for everybody, but really a lot of it is about, you know, technical things, but I wanted to kind of highlight my writing skills. I've been playing piano since I was 9 and other instruments and that sort of thing. So I'm hoping that people say, hey, these are really good songs, not just great playing and drumming, you know, that sort of.
No, that's cool. Do you have any new educational materials that you're working on?
As of now, no. I am still doing a lot of clinics this year.
Good.
I might be off to Portugal in May to do a couple drum shows and an Italian clinic tour as well. As far as materials right now, not quite yet. I'm still working on a new book at some point that deal with polyrhythms and a lot of my concepts, but that's still not in the works now as the solo record's being put first at this point.
That's awesome. Yeah. Are you still doing work at the Collective in New York?
Full-time at the Collective. I'm there 4 days a week, and I'm 1 day a week at the University of the Arts in Philadelphia as well. And we got great semesters, a lot of people. It's tiring sometimes, but it's very rewarding. I love doing what I do. I'm really, really lucky. So.
Great. And while we roll a clip of you doing some of what you do, give some drummers some inspiration as to why it's important to understand and learn polyrhythmic drumming and syncopated drumming.
Well, I think in general, you know, a lot of people come to me and they say, I lost track of how to create parts, how to be a better drummer, how to do that sort of thing. And instead of coming up with licks and you know, a lot of these guys are coming up with this sort of like fast you know, like calisthenic type playing and that sort of thing. To me, a lot of it could be about like venturing into this world of polyrhythms and how to figure out how to play different time signatures and limb against limb stuff, but with limitations of playing within a musical style too, because they could get very unmusical at times. Vinny Colaiuta was just here, and I use him as a very big influence of how to, you know, with his stuff with Sting, how 2 times could sort of drift apart from each other and come back again, that sort of thing. So that's a lot of what my instrumental music is about. And hopefully I can, you know, teach some people how to be inspired by it and then play it better and understand it more and that sort of thing.
Yeah. It's inspired me. It's helped me stay in shape with the off-time stuff. I love that. I'm a big progressive rock fan, so I played a lot of that style of music.
Yeah. I mean, the multi-pedal stuff is always fun, and you know how to play like, you know, different things in every limb. But again, it's got to be. You have to understand it when you talk about the education of it. You have to understand it. You have to understand what you're doing. To make it musical and not to a point where it's completely nonsensical and, you know, that sort of thing. So that's what I teach, and I enjoy teaching it. You know, yeah, it's really cool.
Cool. Thanks for taking a minute. I know you're really busy during these shows.
Totally good.
Thanks. And thank you, everybody, for joining Jason, Gianni, and myself here at the Vic Firth Booth at the NAMM Show 2016 on DrumTalkTV.com. Man, that's a mouthful. I don't know how I remember all that.
Don't ask me to say that.